Oh, Lord. This time, I'd like to go ahead and call to order the West Baton Rouge Parish Council meeting for Thursday, July 24th, 2025. I'd ask anyone that has any electronic devices on your possession to please silence them. For opening prayer, I'm going to ask Councilman Atlee Walker to lead us in an opening prayer. And Pledge of Allegiance, I'm going to ask Ms. Catherine Andre to lead us in the pledge.
Lord, I want to thank you for allowing us to gather here this evening, Lord. Lord, your word tells us that you know our hearts, Lord. Your word tells us that you search our hearts and you try our reins. My prayer is that we be found faithful in your work, Lord. My prayer is that we remain faithful to the people of West Baton Rouge Parish. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Atlee. Thank you, Ms. Catherine. Council log in attendance. A little issue. Just hold up 1 second, y'all, if y'all don't mind. Nope. We're good to go? So may the record show that we have a quorum. Okay, moving to item 5, minutes approval. Approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of June 26, 2025. If everyone's had a chance to look over those minutes, have a motion by Mr. Lane, second by Mr. Joseph to approve. I'm going to open the machines to vote for approval of the minutes. Minutes are approved. Moving to item 6, consider any amendments to the agenda, and we have one. Item A, consider approval of the 2025-2026 roads material bid. And of course, we need a unanimous decision by the present council. I'm going to open the machines to vote for. Yep. I have a motion by Mr. Lane, second by Mr. Gordon, to approve the amendment to the agenda. I'm going to go ahead and open the machines to vote for approval. That motion passed, so we amended the agenda. We will take that item up on item 10B. Moving to item 7, Parish President's Report. Mr. Jason Manola.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, council members. Just a couple quick things I want to mention to you. Of course, Philip's going to give you an update on projects we have going on throughout the parish during his section. But just here recently, we've seen an uptick in the potential for new economic development projects in our parish. Still a little early to actually, publicly talk about exactly what folks are looking at because, there is some due diligence that these companies are having to do. But we have seen an uptick here within the last few months on some potential economic development opportunities for our parish. other thing I want to mention to you guys is that Mr. Archie Chasson, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with, but he's parish president of Rouge Parish, was just appointed executive director of the for DOTD of Roads and Bridges for the state of Louisiana by the governor. He'll be another good contact. Well, we've had good relationships with Archie in the past through the parish president of Louisiana, but looking forward to the opportunity to working with him on some of the state roads and bridge projects that we may have in our parish. Again, on this, the weather event that we're looking at, it seems like it's very similar to the one we had last week, which, like I said, didn't turn out to a whole lot, but we will continue to monitor that. Dino's office and, of course, administration will continue to monitor and make any adjustments, put out any press releases as we see fit during this event. But just wanted y'all all to know that, like I said, we will continue to monitor and be on top of it and make any adjustments as we need to. So with that, I'll open up to any questions any council members may have.
Council, any questions for Jason while he's up? You good? Everybody's good?
All right, thank
I
you.
think we're good. Jason, thank you.
Thank you, Jason.
Moving to item 8, public comments. These are general public comments. Anyone from the public would like to speak at this time? Anyone from the public? Okay, if we have none, we'll move forward. Moving to item 9,
One more thing,
We got
Mr. Chairman, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But tomorrow night, they will begin double lining the intercoastal bridge, the northbound side, to where you have to make a commitment if you're going to Baton Rouge to get in the far right lane of the northbound bridge. So y'all should have seen we pushed some things out, and we'll continue to push those things out. But something we've been asking for earlier on the project, they actually had to do a change order to get the contractor to do it, but you will see it begin here in the next day or so.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, moving to item 9, communications with council members and or elected or appointed officials. Go ahead there, Brandon.
Yep, this is just our annual CRS progress report, just part of our community rating system with FEMA that we have to do every year. The first page is basically just filling out the page provided by FEMA. Our management program is our hazard mitigation plan. I have the website written out, hopefully legible for everybody with my handwriting. Basically just going over our plan. If you flip to the second sheet, basically going over the action items in that plan. Not every one pertains to a flooding issue, so that's why the numbers kind of jump around. The first 4 just kind of talk about different projects. Stumpy Bayou finished up after August 1st of last year, so that's why that's included this time. Mentioned our work with PEC after our April rain event as just another project to kind of throw in there. And then I know Chad and his guys were working on the Tauntaun Canal when I was filling this out, so threw that in there. For 6 and 14, we actually met with the state GOSEP last week, and they had mentioned basically getting involved, helping us with the repetitive loss properties that we have. So basically the plan would be work with them on a couple next year, feel out the process a little bit, but they kind of explained just kind of, quick and dirty how the process works out with them. So that'll be it for next year.
Okay. Any questions? Y'all got any questions, Brandon, while he's up?
Not for Brandon. I can go?
Which one?
Yeah, I had a question for you guys. I don't know if this would be directed to you, Brandon, or either Philip or Jason. I was wanting to ask if we had an update or any progress on the drainage study along Lukeville Lane, Choctaw Road, and LaBova Estates.
Yeah.
If we have any updates. And then I have a second question.
Okay. So yeah, I had actually called Kevin Gravel from PEC this morning right after him and Chad were meeting, just kind of iron out some last little details of, culvert issues and stuff like that. He sent me the drainage map. That was kind of like the last update I had given, was like the, first big step per se. I received that this morning. I think after he kind of sits down with the new information him and Chad kind of got this morning, that'll kind of finish out the rest of the full scope, and then we'll sit down and, get into the actual design and, this is what we want to do here, this is what we want to do there, and all that. So
after that phase, you guys will be able to submit a design for the drainage study.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and it'll be a couple of different projects. It won't just be like one thing that, fixes everything.
Right.
But, we'll kind of prioritize certain things over others.
Gotcha. And then I had a second question. I was looking at the budget here, and I was looking under drainage, and I see through 6/30 of 2025, we spent $2,113,000. And then last year to this point, we spent $2,282,000. So that amount is a lot less than what it was the previous year. And so the reason why I'm asking that question is because I know we spoke about doing an addendum to the budget for the professional fees, and I think they were gonna come out of the general fund for the drainage study. So my question is what that cost would be for the drainage study?
I guess that's
Yeah.
probably,
So,
yeah.
I guess part of us working with PEC and figuring out what projects we want to design kind of leads to that. I know one of the items we had was a drainage study for the Rosedale area. I believe, as stuff kind of changes throughout the year, we can kind of prioritize this over that Rosedale study. I'm not sure what that amount was.
Sorry, say that again.
The Rosedale study was like 80.
Yeah, 75.
75,000. But basically, once we, again, sit with PEC and iron out which projects we want to prioritize, that kind of helps us figure out the budget for.
So we won't be able to determine the cost until after that. And then you guys will, right.
Yeah.
And then you guys will come to us, or will it come out of the professional fees, I guess? Professional fees, gotcha. Okay. Any updates that you want to give Chad on Lukeville, Choctaw, or either LaBeouf Estates? Anything else you guys want to add?
I think we'll talk about it once Philip.
Get on it? Okay, that's fine, guys. I'm gonna come down.
Okay,
Thank you.
go ahead, Mr. Gordon.
Right, do you have any update on Highway 1 project? Did we do Highway 1 through Port Allen?
Yeah. So I actually I had emailed the district engineer last week asking about it. When I met with him in January, I was told that they would let it in April. We would see construction in June. Obviously, July's almost over. He had responded back and said that they took bids in June and that we would basically see the contractor out there end of August, beginning of September. But the contractor has, won the bid and everything at this point. So now it's just kind of getting everything mobilized to start that work.
Okay, one other question. The state that finished Rosedale Road, Coast Street.
Court Street.
Yeah.
What about the sidewalk? Did the sidewalk finna get put in next?
We are working on the sidewalk now. Probably the last update I had, I had a call with our engineering team on that with a comment that DOTD had about shifting our pedestrian bridge further away since they do have the future bridge project of replacing that Court Street Bridge.
Okay.
That was probably the last hurdle, I would say. I honestly can't remember when they said that they would submit the 95, but it would be 95% final plans and not doing the whole 60, 90, 95% final plan. So it should be a expedited process. I can give you an update tomorrow once I double check that date he gave me.
So while you up there, Brandon, you are saying that Court Street is complete? I mean, is that for striping or something? Is it? Okay, they still got to do striping left, I guess.
Yeah, well, Court Street, there's still a couple areas. We drove out yesterday, and there's still a couple asphalt areas that were still, needed to be worked on. But for our sidewalk,
Right.
Yeah, that's also getting worked on. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
Adley,
I had
you-
one.
Adley, I
more
think has
question.
one more question.
Yeah, I did, guys. So I had a few of the residents in my area to come and mention to me about if there could be a turning light along LA1 when you're coming off Highway 9891, coming off of that state highway along Lukeville Lane, turning on the LA1. So there's no turning signal. That's something that came up a couple of years ago, and someone just recently mentioned that again. And I apologize, Jason, about not getting an email to you guys and you, Brandon, and DOTD about that, whether or not there can be a turning signal there coming both ways so that we don't have an accident right there at that corridor. So it's just a light that allows you to go through.
What we can do is we can
Mm-hmm. Right.
We did one time, just a while back.
Yes, sir.
Like the sugar mill.
Right.
One time they wanted to do J-turns and things like that.
Right.
So we can request them to do an analysis of that intersection with them.
Yes, sir. And I apologize about not getting an email a lot, but as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about that. And there's definitely been an uptick in traffic in that area.
Yep.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay.
Good? I think we're good?
All right.
Okay. Thank you, Brandon. Anyone else? Chance?
Get those finances for you. All right, so would have gave this the first meeting. It obviously got canceled. You'll have one in the next meeting following. So this one's a tad outdated. I mean, it's through the end of June, but you're going to get one through the end of July in 2 weeks. So, as always, starting here with the general fund, the one with the blue at the top. I'm not going to go line by line. Just going to hit some major points. I know we always like to look at sales tax. Sales tax is still a little bit behind at the 46%. The collection we just had in July is a little more promising than they have been. So if they trend that way, we could look at right at budget. Not going to blow it out of the water like last year, but we're right in the area of being at the budgeted amount. Just looking at your totals there at the bottom, I've highlighted in green, make it easy for you. 61%, obviously through halfway through the year, the number you're looking at is 50%. So doing better than expected. And you can see the comparison from 25 to 24. We're pretty in line. It's $33,000 difference. Turn the page, you go to the expenses in the general fund. Again, I'm going to go line by line. You can see the highlighted operating. That's the operating expenses right there. We're at 46%, again, right in line with last year, halfway through this year. So moving on to the next, and then you got a graph behind the next page. Moving on to the rest of our major operating funds. So again, 50%, that's your number. You can see the highlights there, the totals, but you can also go look line by line. A lot of these are millage funded, so you go look at your recreation, you got 93%. That's because you collect all your millages at the beginning of the year. But still looking great as far as our revenue through the first half of this year. Ali, you mentioned the drainage and the comparison the year over year. A lot of this is capital outlay driven. So like I already know off the top of my head, in 2024, we got 2 dump trucks delivered in January. So there's a big difference right there from 24 to 25. I believe we're still waiting on some equipment to get delivered, timeline, so supply chain issues. But again, in line, if you look at 24 to 25, and that goes for all the funds we have. Looking at your very bottom line, you got the totals, 45% compared to 44% last year. Again, under that 50% number, which is great for expenses. You're running right in line what you expect, and as you go through the rest of the year, it all levels out even more than it already is. So, yeah, so that's all I have on the financials. Again, you're going to get another one in 2 weeks. It's going to be a little more accurate timeline-wise. It'll be through the end of July, but I would love to answer any questions you may have.
No questions? Chance? Thank you, Chance, for that information. Good stuff. Go ahead there, Mr. Phillip.
All right, members of the council, I'm going to give you some recaps of what the guys at Roads and Drainage have been doing for the month of July. Roads Department tractor crews on the south side, they've completed their 4th pass. North side's about to complete the 4th path. John's actually going to send some of the south side tractors up to help them get caught up. The spray crews have are completing behind they're making their passes behind the tractor crews on both sides of the intercoastals. Job completed for them. So we blew out all the culverts in Lindale subdivision. A lot of times these older subdivisions with these older culverts, they with a lot of trees, they tend to get roots in there and they'll get leaves clogging up in there. So we blew the whole subdivision out and cleaned out all the culverts in there. Still doing daily repairs on catch basins, changing out culverts in areas where it needs to be changed out. Up and coming projects, they're installing cutting in the rumble strips right before 190 on Rouge. They're going to continue to blow out culverts, and they're going to work on Silver Estates, Reverend Manuel, all the subdivisions across the track in Irvinville, Raymond LeBeau, and Plantation, Paul's Lane. That's just some of the projects they got coming up with blowing out culverts.
Okay.
It's a big goal of ours to try to get them closed, cleaned out, and put them on a 2 to 3 year maintenance program. Debris to the landfill, hauled 33 loads of debris to the arena for burning. That's 1,063 yards. Hauled 17 loads to the landfill, about 37 tons. Where it says road projects, that's actually our overlay program. Epic has started. They've patched Malata Bend, South Malata Bend, Webster Lane, John Road, Bonet, Edmonton, and Wellington, and those are being prepped for overlay. So they're ready to get overlaid. They'll start milling on South Riverview on Friday to get it ready for overlays. In the drainage department, they have, and again, with drainage, we don't make as many passes because we've got many, many miles of canals to cut. So they're working on their second pass right now. They've completed 19,000 feet of ditches and canals cleaned in July. And that number's a little low for this month, but it's because they worked on 3 major canals, and you're gonna go slower on major canals. You're taking out more dirt. They did Cooley, Tontar, and Morley. Up and coming projects, we just call Larry Woods Ditch because I don't know what else to call it. Duval Ditch, Silverstone, South Ditch, Section Road Ditch from Chamberlain Canal to Ashland Road, Port Allen Canal from LA1 to North 14th Street, and Cooley Canal along they still have a little bit on Cooley Canal to dig. Up and coming, River Road from Bowyer Lane to Addis Lane, Andre Lane, concrete ditches and bridges clearing, Stumpy Bayou clearing, Kearney Canal culverts, LeBeau Ditch, and Morris Ditch west of True Road. These are the projects that they've got up and coming in the drainage department, and I'll be glad to answer any questions, and drainage superintendent's here.
Council, you all good? No more questions? I think we're good.
Thank you all very much, appreciate it.
All right. Sounds good. Council members, this is your time if you have anything else you want to bring up under item 9. All right, if not, we already did the CRS annual report. Yeah, perfect. Okay, moving to item 10, new business. Item 8, consider one-time 6-month extension of temporary special use permit for Diamond Industries located at 2946 Phillips Way, Port Allen, Louisiana, 70767. Does anybody take this?
I'll take it. If no one else can, I can explain it.
Okay.
This has to do with the temporary special use permit that was signed 6 months ago. It expired in July. So in order for them to get any further, they can have one more temporary special use permit, but the council has to authorize it. They're only allowed one more, and you guys have to vote on it this time. Kerry signed off on the first one. That one was good for 6 months. Now, for them to continue for one more 6-month period, you guys have to authorize it. You can look in your packets. It shows you the location of this. It's off of Sunplus, North Line Road area. For you. This is where they're storing the energy trucks and stuff, where they're replacing all the poles.
Yep.
They're storing all the trucks and stuff in this one area.
Okay.
And it's a special use, it's I-1 with a special use for warehouse storage and distribution heavy with a laydown yard for materials and equipment for power poles and utility projects.
Okay. I was just gonna go ahead and comment on that.
Yeah.
I was gonna comment that is in my district. I did sign the first 6 month, and of course, the council has to give another by vote, and I'm supporting this. It's in a good location. It's fine. No, it's out, and it's in an industrial area, so it's fine. Okay, so I have a motion by Mr. Lane, second by Mr. Gordon to go ahead and approve this item. I'm gonna open the machines to vote for approval. That motion passed. Moving to item B, consider approval of the 2025 to 2026 roads material bid. Go ahead,
Members of the council, so we bid out our road material, which includes culverts and limestone and river silt and pump sand. On the pipes, on corrugated metal pipe poly-coated, and corrugated poly pipe, we had 2 sponsored bidders, Coburn's and Coastal, and Coburn's was the low bidder on all the pipe. On limestone and dirt, we pick up. It's all going to go to Dirt Works. Limestone that we get delivered on the north and the south side of the intercoastal will go to Epic Paving, except for River Silt. River Silt will go to Dirt Works. Can I ask for you to accept these?
Okay. So I guess as stated by Philip with the low bidders, I have a motion by Ms. Andre, second by Mr. Joseph to go ahead and approve those items.
Yes, sir.
If there's no other discussion amongst the council, I'm gonna open the machines to vote for approval. That
Thank you.
motion
Appreciate
passed.
it.
Thank you there, Philip. Okay, moving to item 11, public hearing on previously introduced ordinances. Item 8, an ordinance amending chapter 104 zoning to incorporate amended zoning designation map zoning plan under section 104-3. Establishment of district's official zoning map rezoning request of Mohammed Ahmad and care of Alid and Suad Zadan regarding property located at 1521 Highway 190 West, Port Allen, Louisiana 70767. File number 2025-16, described by the WBR assessor as tract continuation of 1.05 acres in section 43 T6S R12E, measuring 200 by 239 feet, 50-114, rezoning from I2 to C 1.4, and this is a master plan change which will take a supermajority vote of the council. Go ahead there, Brandon. This is a public hearing. I'm gonna open that public hearing at this time. Get us going.
Yep, so this was a previously running gas station that has been closed for over 6 months, so therefore they have to just come back into compliance, which is the reason for the drop in the zoning. Master plan change because everything around here is industrial. There is a C2 truck stop across the street, kind of diagonal from them. But again, this was a business that was previously established there, and you know, for like my zoning analysis and everything, like traffic congestion, all that, I just treated it like it basically never closed, and you know, basically no new side effects or anything, however you want to describe it. Approved unanimously, nothing on our planning and zoning.
By the planning and zoning. Gotcha, Brandon. Thank you very much for that information. This is a public hearing. Anyone from the public would like to speak on this item? Anyone from the public? If I have none, I'm gonna close the public hearing and open up discussion by the parish council.
He made the motion.
Yes, yes,
That's my district, right?
yes.
Yeah, so-
That is correct.
Yeah, okay. We support it.
Okay. So I have a motion by Mr. Walker, second by Mr. Gordon. Mr. Walker to approve.
Yes, sir.
There's no other discussion amongst the council. I'm gonna open the machines to vote for approval. That motion passed. Moving to item B. An ordinance amending chapter 104 zoning to incorporate amended zoning designation map zoning plan under section 104-3, establishment of districts, official zoning map for rezoning request of FDNC Properties LLC, rezoning from Ag 2, agricultural moderate scale, to Ag 3, agricultural large scale, regarding parcel number 071600003000 on Rosedale Road, Port Allen, Louisiana 70767, file number 2025-17, described by the WBR assessors, tract B, continuation of 31.23 acres in section 8 T7S R11E 16-7-30, rezoning two proposed lots approximately 3.2 acres and 2.8 acres from Ag 2, agricultural moderate scale, to Ag 3, agricultural large scale, into two proposed 6-acre tracts. So this is a public hearing. I'm gonna open up that public hearing at this time. Go ahead there, Brandon.
Yep, so as a parcel currently stands, portion of it is Ag 2. This makes everything Ag 3, making 3 lots, the smallest being 6 acres, which is more than our minimum for Ag 3, which is 4, and also making 2 flag lots with a minimum width of 100 feet, which matches our minimum width for Ag 3 of 100 feet. And this was approved with a 9-0 votes at P&Z, recommended for approval.
Good stuff. All right. This is a public hearing. Anyone from public would like to speak on this matter? If I have no one from the public, I'm gonna close the public hearing, open up discussion to the parish council. I currently have 2 motions on the floor. Motion by Ms. Andres, second by Mr. Gordon to approve. Okay, if there's no other questions or discussion, I'm gonna open the machines to vote for approval. That motion passed. Moving to item C, an ordinance of the West Baton Rouge Parish Council adopting the 2024-2025 year-end budget adjustments to the West Baton Rouge Parish Council on Aging operating budget of revenues and expenditures for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2024 and ending June 30th, 2025. Oh, is there somebody here? I see Mr. Gordon. Mr. Gordon? Let me open up, this is a public hearing. I'm gonna open the public hearing up. I don't know, are you gonna take this, Mr. Gordon, or?
Yes, I will. I just, if y'all had asked me something, I was trying to tell you what the budget was.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Gordon.
No, I was saying, I just have a sheet from my finance director, so. if
Okay,
y'all need-
good, okay.
Yeah, and just looking at it, so it's that, I believe it's the highlighted in yellow, if I remember the budget correctly. And it's just amending their budget that they just finished. So y'all accepted their budget last
Right,
meeting
right.
before going into the next year. This is amending the current one that they're just finishing up. Same thing we do, just at a different time.
Gotcha. I got you. Okay, all right. So if there's anyone from the public would like to speak on this matter? If I have no one from the public, I'm gonna close the public hearing, open up discussion to the council.
Make a motion to approve it.
Got a motion by Mr. Gordon, second by Mr. Joseph to approve. No other discussion? I'm opening machines, vote for approval. That motion passed. Thank you, Mr. Gordon. All right, introduction of ordinances. Ms. Michelle.
Okay, an ordinance amending chapter 104 zoning to incorporate amended zoning designation map zoning plan under section 104.3 establishment of districts, official zoning map for rezoning request of Brittany T. Free et al. Regarding property located at 5855 Horner Road, Port Allen, Louisiana 70767, file 2025-18, described by the West Baton Rouge Assessor as 14.64 acres, S.D. Clyde Horner property designated as Lot B2 containing 7.14 acres and Tract C containing 7.50 acres, 13A-82, rezoning approximately 1.015 acres from Ag 3 agricultural large scale to Ag 1 agricultural small scale. Master plan change, public hearing date August 28, 2025. Be an ordinance amending chapter 104 zoning to incorporate amended zoning designation map zoning plan under section 104.3 establishment of districts, official zoning map for rezoning request of Walter and Tiffany LeBlanc regarding property located at 5950 Rambin Road, Brule, Louisiana 70719, file 2025-19, described by the West Baton Rouge Assessor as tract SB-2B containing 5.31 acres in section 61 T8 SR 12E, portion of Babin property 47A-17, rezoning 5.31 acres from Ag 3 agricultural large scale to RM residential minor. Master plan change, public hearing date August 28, 2025. C, an ordinance amending chapter 104 zoning to incorporate amended zoning designation map zoning plan under section 104.3 establishment of district, official zoning map for rezoning request of Dylan A. Mansky representing Larry A. Amon Jr. regarding property located at 6254 Porter's Bayou Drive, Irwinville, Louisiana 70729, file 2025-21, described by the West Baton Rouge Assessor as Lot 2B2 containing 16.37 acres in section 12T6S R11E, SD of a Klein 6-4BC, rezoning a proposed 2 ± acres tracts from AG3 agricultural full scale to Ag2 agricultural moderate scale. Master plan change, public hearing date August 28, 2025. D, an ordinance amending chapter 104 zoning to incorporate amended zoning designation map zoning plan under section 104.3 establishment of districts for official zoning map for rezoning request of AG Logistics LLC representing East West Land Co. LLC regarding property located at 3790 Rosedale Road, Port Allen, Louisiana 70767, file 2025-20, described by the West Baton Rouge Assessor as tract A-2-B-1 containing 29.26 acres in section 116, 117, and 118 T7SR12E, portion of Caruth property 44-56, rezoning a 4 ± acre portion of a 29 ± acre tract from RSF2 to Ag 3 with a special use permit for agricultural storage and distribution heavy. Master plan change, public hearing date August 28, 2025.
Right, thank you, Michelle. Moving to item 13, consider status report, change order, and/or other matters required on current projects. We have none. Item 14, resolutions. A resolution authorizing the parish president to execute the renewal lease agreements on behalf of the West Baton Rouge Parish Council for use of the West Baton Rouge Knights of Columbus number 2875 facility as a polling place precinct. Go ahead there, Jason.
Yeah, this is just a 5-year renewal of a lease agreement that we have for, and it's only It's $150 only when there's an election, and actually the state pays $150 for the election. But I think precinct 9 is the precinct that's held there.
Perfect. Thank you, Jason. Have a motion by Mr. Lane, second by Mr. Gordon to approve. I'm gonna open the machines, vote for approval on this resolution. That resolution passed. Item B, resolution adopting the adjusted millage rate for reassessment for general alimony and library for all properties subjected to taxation in West Baton Rouge.
Yeah, so I believe you have to vote on them separately. I'm gonna go ahead and
Go
address,
ahead.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and address B and C, because they're kind of lumped together. So this is a state requirement when you do something that's called a roll forward. So what a roll forward is, means anytime that you plan to collect a millage above the state adjusted max. What's the state adjusted max? The state adjusted max is when you do a reassessment. So ours is in 2024. The state says, this is your new millage to collect the same exact amount of revenues you did. So this would have been 2023 in the previous year. So that becomes your new state adjusted max for the next 4 years. All right. So what we're doing is a roll forward for general alimony and library, because we plan to collect more than the state adjusted max. Not more than what the people voted on for library and what we state constitutionally are given for the general fund, but more than the state adjusted max. So we're required by the state to do this. That's the ad you see in the paper. That we
Gotcha.
put in. So,
Makes sense. Perfect sense.
so this one, first resolution, this sets the state adjusted max to what they say is the state adjusted max, and I'll tell you about the
Gotcha.
next one.
Gotcha. Okay. So I have a motion by Mr. Lane, second by Ms. Andre to approve this item. I'm opening the machines, vote for approval. That resolution passed. I'm gonna read out C, Chance.
Yep, go ahead.
Resolution adopting the adjusted millage rate after reassessment and roll forward to a rate not exceeding the maximum authorized rate for general alimony and library for all properties subjected to taxation in West Baton Rouge Parish for 2025 tax.
Yep, so for just these two, this sets those, what we're gonna levy, these millages. So for general fund, it'd be the 3.52 that the state gives us constitutionally to cover constitutional costs. And for the library, the 4.1, which was voted on the election, I think 10 years ago. But,
Gotcha.
yep, so
Makes
that
sense.
sets those millages.
Gotcha. Okay, council. I have a motion by Ms. Andre, second by Mr. Gordon to approve this resolution. I'm opening the machines, vote for approval. That resolution passed. Item D, resolution of the West Baton Rouge Parish Council to levy the 2025 tax year millages.
Yep, so this sets the rest of the millages. Michelle, if you could put up the, yep. So
Perfect.
here is a great summary of basically everything that we're doing. So it sets all the rest of the millages. I'll go ahead and read them out before I get to explain anymore. For community center, be 2 mills. Health unit, 1 mil. Museum, 2 mills. Council on Aging, 1.5 mills. Recreation, 4 mills. 911 communication district is 2 mills, and drainage 6.2 mills. So if you're looking at this chart up here, obviously you see the when it expires in which each district, the max millage, that is what is voted on, or in the case of general alimony, what the state gives us. 2024 obviously is what we did last tax year. So you compare that to what we're suggesting for 2025. You'll see we're rolling back even more this year. 24, I believe we rolled back 5.33 mils off of that max. 2025 will be 5.75 mils rolled back. And then all the way to the right, that's that state adjusted max that I was talking about, that they do at reassessment. So just kind of give you a dollar figure to go with that. Based on a mill at $785,000, which we got that number from Chris Guerin, the assessor, for 2025 tax year. That would save the taxpayers of West Baton Rouge Parish $4.5 million. So if you look at, I think we started this in 2020, rolling back mills, and then you guys have been very aggressive about that and save where we can. Since 2020, including this dollar figure right here, it would have saved the West Baton Rouge taxpayers $14.9 million based off all the rollbacks you've done. You can even see what we've just suggested in 25 and what we did in 24 is even below what the state max is, and obviously well below our own max. So this is what we suggest, and if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
So Chance,
Yep.
okay, this year our rollbacks will total 4.5 million.
Yep, yeah, that's a dollar figure. Yeah.
And since 2020 is a total of 14.9 million?
It'd be 14.9 million, yeah,
So from
estimated.
2020 to now, it's
To now.
14.9 million.
Correct, yep.
Okay, all right. All right. I appreciate that information, Chance, and I just want to make a comment on this for the record. I want to first thank the administration for working with us on this. I think it's great that we can do all of our services, capital projects, and still save the taxpayers some money. And that's something that we have done ever since a lot of us have been on the council, and I really appreciate y'all working with us on this. This is really a good thing. So that's all my comments. Mr. Walker?
Yeah, I just wanted to add to what you were saying, Kerry. I think we've been good stewards of the taxpayers' money here in our parish, and I don't have any complaints. We've saved a lot of money. We heard our chief, Butch Browning, and he mentioned, I think it was $110,000 that was saved to our taxpayers by the service that they're providing.
Mhm.
So we've been good stewards in that aspect. I just wanted to put that on the record.
Perfect. I think we're good. All right, I got a motion by Mr. Gordon, second by Mr. Joseph, to approve this rollback, these millages. I'm gonna go ahead and open the machine. Jason, did you have something? I didn't know if you would reach your mic. Oh, okay. 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 I'm gonna open the machines to vote for approval. That resolution passed.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Chance. Moving item 15, alcohol permits. Item A, consider approval of Class B liquor permit for Pilot Travel Center, number 1439, located at 420 Lobdell Highway, Port Allen, Louisiana.
Yes, sir. This
Go
is
ahead,
the,
Deb.
the old caches. This is Pilot has taken over, has Water Mountain taken over, and they have met all the requirements for their Class B liquor permit to sell
Okay.
alcohol.
Good stuff. All right, thank you, Michelle. Have a motion by Mr. Gordon, second by Mr. Lane, to go ahead and approve this alcohol permit. I'm gonna open the machines, vote for approval. That motion passed. Moving to item 16, consider subdivision plats, condemnations, waivers, and matters related thereto. We have none. Item 17, correspondence report. Michelle?
Yes, sir. Our next planning and zoning meeting will be August 5th, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. And if I'm not mistaken, that meeting is probably going to be canceled due to a clear agenda. And our next council meeting will be Thursday, August 14th at 5:30.
Okay, thank y'all. I have a motion by Mr. Lane to adjourn.